When you're living paycheck to paycheck, essentially, that's what we were doing, living paycheck to paycheck, and it is very stressful. And so you're trying to live your life and enjoy things, but constantly thinking, okay, now if we do this, I've got to pay for that.
Sue Ellen and Jean Johnson were like many American families living paycheck to paycheck. Very little or no savings, just looking for a way out.
It's just a constant juggling of your money to try to make ends meet.
When the Johnsons married 20 years ago, Jean's small but steady salary provided for the couple's needs. But as their family and living expenses grew, their income stayed the same.
My husband is not comfortable on camera talking about this, but he is more than willing for me to talk about it. Every dollar that we had in our budget was allocated, and it would worry me to the point where there'd be nights that I wouldn't sleep. And it feels like a noose around your neck that drags you down.
Then, Jean's company cut out all overtime.
He was not getting cost of living raises. I know what we have to survive off of, and that's what I felt like we were doing, surviving.
The unrelenting stress began to take a toll on the Johnsons' marriage. Their arguments went something like this.
I'm not working because I'm home with the children. I'm taking care of them, so it's his responsibility to make the money. And then he feels like I'm doing the best I can. I think there's resentment, you've got to do better, even though I know he is doing the best that he could.
There seemed to be no way out of the financial struggle. Until one Sunday morning, the Johnsons' pastor taught about the importance of tithing and giving. And then he made an offer too good to refuse.
If you will commit to tithe 10% of your income, if in that time you don't see a difference in your income, then he would refund every dime we've given. We were kind of looking at each other thinking, who does that? He must really have a lot of faith in what he's saying. Me and my husband were in church together that day, and he, looked at me and I looked at him, and he's like, what have we got to lose?
In the past, the couple occasionally gave to their church and to CBN. But tithing 10% of their income was challenging, even with a guaranteed refund.
10% of your income is a lot of money. 10% is a light bill. 10% is a car payment. When we started out tithing, we didn't see immediate results. I had to quit thinking with my mind, and I had to just believe that God is true to what he says.
6 months later, Sue Ellen says the changes were undeniable. First, Jean's company restored overtime. Then they sold a piece of land under nearly impossible conditions. And the first thing the Johnsons did with their profit?
We took the money from that sale of the land, and 10% of that, we tithed that too.
Within several years, the Johnsons' income had doubled through raises and overtime pay.
He's just had so much work, almost more than he could do,
which enabled them to give even more to their church and to CBN.
I'm sowing into good ground, and I knew that the 700 Club was an honest, godly thing that I wanted to be a part of. I get to see testimonies of how people's lives are changed. I mean, what a blessing that he chooses me to help other people, and that now I'm able to do that because I have the extra money that I can to help other people. Tithing changed me totally. It's not just a financial thing. It really changed me emotionally, physically. I enjoy my family like God would want me to. We're so much closer. We don't argue. It's wonderful. I want other people to experience what I experienced. I want them to know that God is true to his word and that what he says, he will do.